Hello everybody. So this is going to be a quick video on how to order a 3-speed holster. So it's a little different than ordering a traditional holster. It's probably or definitely the most custom built holster on the planet. So you're about to see why I say that. So firstly, if you're watching this on our website, down here in the bottom right hand corner, if you see you'll see a YouTube logo. Click on that logo. That'll take you to the YouTube page, and in the description underneath that video we'll have timestamps. So if you just want to skip ahead to a certain part of the ordering process that you have a question about, you have that option. So let's get started. So this is the home page here. So from any page on the website, it's going to be in the top right hand corner up here where it says Shop Now. Click on Shop Now. That'll take you directly to the product builder. And on here we'll have down here in the bottom left hand corner is the turnaround time. So we're currently at 2 to 4 weeks or less, and that's generally where we're at. If we get busy, we'll increase it, and if we slow down, we'll decrease it. But generally this is where it stays. The idea is that we're never late, knock on wood. If we ever are late, we'll give you a call and tell you why, but so far we haven't had to do that. And we have the price here. It's $105, and that price is probably going to go up soon. I'm sorry, we're working real hard to keep that price down. Actually, the retail price of this holster is $145 here in 2024. So we've kept it down substantially. The way we're able to keep it down is we don't sell retail, and we never will, because it's such a custom-built holster. There's no way we could put it on shelves in stores. So you'll always be able to get it direct from us, from the manufacturer. So there's 4 sections to the ordering process. It's pretty simple. First one is the colors, where we are now. Second one is the handgun, which is just the make and the model. And then you go into the details where you get more information about the gear that you're carrying, so make sure everything fits perfect. Also get your hip measurement and make sure that it fits perfect to your body. And then we have the options there. You'll have we can fit all lights and lasers, RMRs or optics, red dots, whatever you want to call it. We have a retention strap, etc., etc., etc. So let's get started. So the color is kind of important. So what you want to do, the idea is to match the color of the background here to the color of the grip on your handgun. So if you have a lighter colored handgun, go with olive khaki. Darker colored, go with the black on black. And as you probably figured out, it's a camouflage effect, in case your shirt ever gets flipped up, and it's less likely, there's less contrast, less likely they're going to see the shape of a gun. So let's choose black on black for the purpose of demonstration, and click Next down here in the bottom right hand corner. I'm clicking Next. And this brings us to the make and the model. And there's just a couple things I'd like to tell you here. Well, first off, if you have a 1911, we can fit 1911s from any manufacturer. So you can go to the manufacturer and click through that way and get your 1911. Or you can save a little time here and just click all 1911s. And we'll add all 1911s down here, and then you would click Next. And what this does when you do that is it adds questions to the next page, like the barrel length, and we have the caliber and all that stuff. It'll tell us exactly which model you have. The one other thing I want to show you here, what's a good one? Oh, Springfield definitely has it. Give me a second. Where's Springfield? And by the way, every handgun that you see on our list, we have the factory exact replica here in the shop. And every handgun that you see on our list, we have every aftermarket spare magazine. So you can literally configure this holster any way you choose. So let's get in here, and you see the 1911s are here also. And what we're looking for is, you see where it says XD All Models? So when you click the XD All Models, or anything that has all models after the model name, that again adds extra questions to the next page, so we can determine exactly which Springfield XD model you have. Basically, when you see that, that means we have every XD model available. We also have the popular ones listed if you want to skip the extra questions, if you're sure you've got that. So that's it for that. We'll click Next down here in the bottom right hand corner again. And this brings us to the details page. And here we need to know if you're right-handed or left-handed. And if you're left-handed, again, this is a custom-built holster. Every holster is built from the ground up. We don't have anything, prepared on shelves. Literally, we mix the recipe and build the holster for you. So it's a true left-handed holster. There's even material inside the holster specifically cut for left-handed shooters. next is your hip measurement. This is where some people have a little confusion. It's one of those things where it's so simple that it seems complicated. Firstly, right underneath the question, what is your hip measurement, there's a little thing you can click. It says how to measure. If you click on that, a little pop-up box will pop up. And here we have an illustration. Gives you the general idea where to measure. And it's basically just the widest part of your hips. And then we have a simple 3-step instructions here. And you don't need one of those fancy cloth, seamstress tape measures. You can use a piece of string or a rope or anything, even dental floss or a phone cord, just as long as it's not elastic. There's no stretch to it. Also, something to avoid is those metal tape measures, because those will put little kinks as it goes around your body, and those little spaces are going to add up to a few inches. And don't stress too much on getting it super duper perfect. You want to get as close as possible, but there is room for error. It's actually incorporated into the design of the holster, so that as a person's body fluctuates, as they gain a little weight, lose a little weight, the holster is still going to function perfectly. And the bigger a person is, the more room they have for that fluctuation. So that's that. And then let's choose a size. We go from the absolute smallest person on the planet to the largest person on the planet. Literally. Actually, we chose 99 because there's a man named Mikel Ruffinelli, and he has the widest hip measurement on planet Earth. So Mikel, if you're watching the video, we can build a holster for you. And one more thing, the sizing has nothing to do with the strap length. The straps come extra long, so when you get it, you're going to trim it down. It's self-healing material, so it'll never fray. You can trim it down as many times as you want. The sizing is more for the structure of the holster and the way we mount the gear and whatnot. So a large person is going to get a large holster. A small person is going to get a smaller holster, and everybody in between is going to get all those sizes in between. So here's one of the questions that it adds, the gun barrel length. This is going to help us determine exactly which Springfield XD model this is. Then the caliber, and we have every caliber for every handgun on our list. If you don't see your caliber, let us know, because it should be there. But next is the spare magazine. Here's another one where people have questions. High capacity magazine. This isn't the propaganda definition, the anti-gun definition. This is the old school proper definition, which basically just means any magazine that wasn't specifically designed for that handgun, where it doesn't fit flush with the bottom of the grip. It extends beyond it. This is another thing here where it says spare magazine. Right next to it, just like the hip measurement, it has a pop-up box, and this goes over everything with photographs and explanations. We also fit quick strips for revolvers, and that's quick strip down here. And if you were to choose a revolver on the screen before this would be a whole different questionnaire here thing. It would be specifically for revolvers. So you can also have the option to have no spare magazine, so you can delete the spare magazine compartment. There's no extra charge, it's all included in the price. And we're going to ask how many rounds. It's sort of a redundant question just to make sure everything matches up. And also too, if you live in one of those states where there's magazine capacity limits, if you can, try to give us the magazine, the count that would normally go in there. And if you don't worry about it. Most people don't. We always figure it out. We'll see it's an XD, Springfield XD with a 4.25 inch barrel, and there's only 10 rounds in the magazine. We're like, that's not right. So we'll figure it out. If we're not sure, we'll call you and make sure. So next is what magazine is in your gun while you're carrying it. And that's an unusual question. The reason we need to know this is that it's going to give us the true height of the handgun, or the length of the gun handle, however you want to think of it. One of the things that we do with the hip measurement, so we take your hip measurement, that's a number, then we take the height of your handgun, that's another number. We put those two numbers into a formula, and it tells us exactly what angle to mount that handgun onto your body so that it lays flat. There's more about that on the About the Holster page, and if you want to go into more detail about it, scroll to the bottom of any page. It's not in here in the product builder. Once you get out of the product builder, on every single page, if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll see a full menu of all the pages that we have. So we have a videos page that goes in depth about the whole fitting the handgun, angling it for your body. and many other things. So that's it for that page. We'll go to the next one, which is the details. And here you have the option for a light or a laser, and we can fit every light and laser from every manufacturer on the planet. So all we need is the make and the model. So we'll just put, like, for example, Streamlight TLR7 sub. And if you're not 100% sure of the make and model of your laser, we can identify it instantly from a side view photo if you want to email us that. Or you can call us and we can probably figure it out that way. Next is Reflex sight, or RMR, or red dot. There's many names for it. So we can fit those. All we do for that is we don't put any forward cant on it, like I mentioned before, where we angle it so it lays flat on your body. So if you're okay with no forward cant, then we're happy to build a holster for you. And most people don't even need the forward cant anyway, because it's relative to the body size and the height of the handgun. And also there's that old saying, you either dress for your gear or you gear for your dress. So if you're willing to dress for your gear because you want to have the reflex sight, we're more than happy to build the holster for you. Next is the cash credit card compartment. So let me show you a photo of that right here. So all we do for this is, normally there's an arch in here. It's where we're streamlining the holster design, trying to remove as much material as possible. For this ID or credit card cash compartment, basically we just don't do that. We go put a straight line and it just naturally makes a nice little pocket here. The only reason we even charge for that is because during the middle of the building process, we build them in batches. We have to separate into 2 batches, ones that have that and ones that don't. So it's kind of a labor thing. And then retention strap, and here's where you're going to see I'm not much of a salesman, because you really don't need this either. It's a true gun-specific holster. However, New Jersey made a law which required everyone to have a retention strap, so we came up with this. And again, there's a video on this. If you go to our videos page, it's a short little video. It explains what it is and how it works. It's pretty simple. And also too, since we've had it, we found maybe it's a good idea to have it for some people. If you're carrying like in the small of the back position and you're extremely active, or you're doing lots of jumping around and somersaults and stuff, you might want to get the retention strap. But if you're carrying anywhere in the front area, you really don't need it. The body mechanics of your body, plus the design of the holster, you can get in a full-on fist fight with somebody. You don't have to worry about it coming out. And we actually have a video on that too on our videos page. It's something about best position to carry, and it's all about the 12 o'clock position. And it's pretty informative. So next we have the law enforcement military security officer discount, and that's retired, veteran, on duty, any sort, you qualify for it. Don't even question it. So next we go to the summary. There's one other thing I want to show you beyond this, which here's where you're going to double check and make sure you got everything perfect. We're going to add that to the cart, and then we're going to proceed to the checkout here. And this is what I want to show you. Here's where you put your billing information and everything, and if your shipping address is different, you check this box and do that. Put your shipping information there. But this is what I want to show you down here. So basically, any extra stuff that you want to do, like threaded barrel, if you have a threaded barrel and you want to tell us about it, give us the measurement, the extra length of that threaded barrel. Compensator, we can build the holster for compensators. We can do all kinds of custom stuff. Custom barrel lengths we can do, like I said, all kinds of stuff. A common one is suppressor sights too. For suppressor sights, all we need to know about is the front sight. Those are those extra super tall sights, and what we need to know is the height of that sight. Or if you're not sure, or you don't feel like measuring, the make and the model will do it too. It's very simple for us to look it up. So that's about it. If you ever have any questions, we're available 7 days a week. And I know here it says Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Don't pay attention to that. That's just in case we take a vacation. It's very rare that we do that. But generally speaking, we're here 7 days a week, and all hours of the day and night. So give us a call. Call us at 3 o'clock in the morning. You never know, we might be here. And that's about it. So thank you very much. All right, bye-bye.